Imagine it's the early 1980s and you're Christmas shopping at the local department stores and the new mall that just opened on the outskirts of town. The shrine of American consumerism, this monstrosity dedicated to the purchasing power of the dollar. You're looking for a present for your niece. You check around Montgomery Ward's, Woolworth's, Sears Roebuck. There's even a KB Toys. And to your dismay, there really isn't anything to find besides Barbie or Cabbage Patch Kids. If only there was a toy to satisfy both ends of the spectrum. Well, in 1986, Pleasant Rowland did just that and created the American Girl doll. In 1986, the newly founded Pleasant Company's principal focus was on their 18-inch dolls. This historical characters doll line was created with the purpose of teaching young girls history from a female perspective. Today, the American Girl Company focuses more on its contemporary character dolls. Nonetheless, the historical dolls remain some of the most iconic AG dolls and are highly sought after by doll collectors. American Girl put young girls at the center of American history, to both empower and educate them through play. However, they do draw criticism about how historically accurate the backstories are. Of course, Americans always have something to complain about, especially when it comes to the accuracy of our history, but it's right there in plain English, black and white, the stories of millions of American women and their long-fought struggle for any modicum of respect, equality, or personhood. Here's a brief rundown of some of the more controversial dolls and their stories. Some people find it horrific. I find it accurate.
We both have that sort of dead-eyed, the best of our life is behind us look.
Kaya is an 18th century Nez Perce Native American, and her backstory features child abuse, people nearly dying in rivers, and multiple kidnappings. In meeting Kaya, she's publicly whipped by a whipping elder whose job it is to, well, whip people. She also has to save her sister, Speaking Rain, who lost her sight to an illness of some kind from a river. In Kaya's escape, Kaya and Speaking Rain are kidnapped by raiders and taken away by horseback, before being enslaved by said raiders. She manages to escape, but it's pretty rough going there for a while.
I know my friends and family will always be there for me.
Addie's backstory may take the field for being the most horrifying: slavery. At the beginning of Meet Addie, she and her family are about to escape enslavement. But just as you think they're all going to get out together, her brother and father are sold off to another slave owner. On top of that, Addie gets whipped, is forced to eat live worms, and has to leave her baby sister behind after she escapes with her mother. It's a grim look at the reality of slavery.
Butterfly pasta.
Ooh, she's afraid of butterflies. She was attacked by one in Germany just before she fled.
Can we have her look at the menu?
Kirsten's story might seem dull on paper. She's a 19th century immigrant and pioneer, trekking around with her Swedish family. Doesn't sound like a giant thrill, but Kirsten's story gets real dark real quick when her friend Marta dies of cholera on the crossing to America. On top of that, Kirsten only discovers she's died when she stumbles across her coffin on the deck. In changes for Kirsten and her brother end up in a trapper's house and find his frozen dead body. Now that's an icy story.
Each of them has an elaborate backstory. In Grace's case, she's a kid trying to save her grandparents' bakery.
Hawaiian American Girl Nania is based off the experiences of real-life child of war Dorinda Makananalani. Dorinda Makananalani. Dorinda Makananalani. Dorinda Makananalani Nicholson, who experienced the attacks on Pearl Harbor when she was just 6 years old. She was brought on as a consultant to ensure the utmost authenticity in the doll's backstory. I carried a gas mask everywhere I went, and I could not be outside after dark. We had to carry IDs on us at all times, and the money was called wartime currency. America was bombed for 2 hours, and this was all a part of recent American history.
But the stories of the American girls' lives, simple on the surface, but rich and rewarding in their emotional truth, are what will stick for years to come.
There's a brief overview of some of the dolls and their stories. They obviously resonate with people because the American Girl doll industry rakes in around $57 million annually. A final thought on their stories. The idea that children could become traumatized by reading their own history is the standard trope being thrown around these days. Protect the children. I say kids are resilient and take up way too much of the adult world. Advertising has done a fantastic job of turning us all into indignant children. We will do well as a society to counteract against this dumbing down for the sake of profitability. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe to my channel, go over to Patreon where you can pay $3 a month and you get all the extra bonus perks that most of these channels nowadays come with. I got some great Minerva merchandise as well if you're looking for something for the Christmas holiday. From Minerva and myself, Evan, take care of yourself and each other.
Cheese. I like cheese.
Everyone loves cheese.
Okay.
I like it. Don't. No.
Take it easy.